Oh, the Wave Serpent? Oh, sorry.
What is up, everyone?
I thought you said...
Getting started a little bit early. The players were lightning fast in their deployment. And just finished the roll to go first, so I figured that instead of losing any of this wonderful gameplay, we'd go ahead and jump right into the game. This is the last game of the day, day 2 of the T5S2 Season 3 Invitational. This is Ashley Thompson, a.k.a. Lanaya, as you've known her throughout the season, versus, over here on the blue side, Matt Damon himself, the renowned Hollywood actor, a.k.a. Jonathon, which is the nickname that he uses well on the internet, I imagine. And we just had the roll to go first. You can see that the remainders of the dice there. Ashley, oh, actually, that's an advanced roll. Just kidding. Ashley rolled a 6. Jonathon only rolled a 3, so she ended up winning the roll to go first with Adeptus Sororitas, although I'm not sure if 100% she wants it. This is Adeptus Sororitas, often a faction that enjoys going second, and Jonathon, being able to go second with this Aeldari list, is going to be able to play the primary objective game very well. But this is going to be an exciting game between these two superlative players of these very finesse-oriented factions. Let's talk about some lists real quick as we go through Ashley's first movement phase. You can visit the tts40k.com/invitational to find the lists. Unfortunately, I ended up just turning off the bot because it was not working. There was nothing I could do. I don't know. So we'll go through Jonathon's list real quick here as Ashley is going through her first movement phase. Jonathon playing Aeldari on this side. Over in the blue, he's got a mixed Aeldari detachment, bringing a spearhead out of a custom craft world. Expert shots, or masterful crafters. No, expert crafters and masterful shots. I nailed it. We got it. We got it the first time. That's going to allow them to get that sweet, old-school Master Artisan-style reroll, 1 hit roll and 1 rune roll every time any one unit in the detachment attacks, as well as ignoring cover. Both of them, as we saw in the previous game, both incredibly important abilities, especially for this meta, with a lot of heavy armored stuff, a lot of storm shields in cover, for example. Those are going to be negated by that Masterful Shots. We have in this attachment an Autarch to give reroll 1s. We have a unit of 5 Orb Spiders, using Web of Deceit to give them the ability to redeploy, jump back up in Deep Strike, and then pop back anywhere on the table if they want to do a Retrieve Octarius Data, for example. We have a unit of 8 Dark Reapers with a Tempest Launcher on the Reaper Exarch, a unit of 3 Dark Reapers with a second Tempest Launcher. Gives them anti-infantry, especially against Drukhari-style lists. That's going to give them the ability to reach out and touch our units hiding behind objectives. Very important against Sororitas, so you can try to get rid of some of these Sacrosanct Bodyguards hiding behind walls. We also have 3 units of Warwalkers, each 1 Warwalker with double Aeldari missile launchers. So going to give them the ability to fire 2 Strength 8 D6 damage Starshot missiles with those delicious rerolls, or 2 D6 AP1 frag profile missiles with the Sunbursts. Following that up, we have a battalion detachment out of Frozen Stars Harlequins. This brings 2 Troop Masters, 1 with the Harlequin's Blade being upgraded, to the Twilight Fang, and getting probably two pivotal rolls, right? Am I right about that? I would imagine so. Do we have that in the tooltip? Yeah. So he's bringing Choreographer of War and Darkness Bite with the pivotal roll stratagem, so 2 mortal wounds after he fights, as well as full rerolls to wound on things within 6 inches, including himself in the fight phase. We also have Player of the Twilight on the second Troop Master. He's out on the battlefield, so he can begin rolling for those CP immediately. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of 5 Harlequin Troopers, all of them with Caresses, which I will check in the tooltip myself, is the Strength 5 AP2 one. All right, so not 2 damage, but we can get +1 damage with the stratagem, so it's okay. We also have 2 Death Jesters, 1 with the Harvester of Torment, 1 with Humbling Cruelty. The Harvester of Torment one has been upgraded with Shegarak's Lament, giving all of his attacks AP1, and then Harvester of Torment giving him that triplicate hits every time he hits with his, or triplicate wound rolls every time he hits with his attacks. So he will shoot 3 times at an infantry unit. If he hits them all, hitting on 2s, then he will, in fact, inflict 9 hits that then convert to wound rolls. We also have 4 Star Weavers to put most of those player troops in. So very mixed mixed style of Aeldari. There's a Wave Serpent also in this Craft World detachment to allow for that very cool Fire and Fade into an Embark off the Dark Reapers to keep them very safe even from indirect fire attacks. Jonathon has been playing around with a lot of different Aeldari sub-factions over the course of the season. He's been playing not only Harlequins and a lot of very interesting Harlequin builds, but clearly moving into these really cool mixed Aeldari armies as well. And seeing some success, as we can see. He's 1-0 in the Invitational so far. Beat Dan K's Adeptus Mechanicus and Imperium Soup last night. And we'll see if he's going to be able to carry that onto a 2-0. But he has a little bit of wiggle room now that he has one win under his belt. As long as he can score highly, which, I mean, Aeldari is really good at doing. If they can trade those Star Weavers for primary objective points, then he can hopefully push that through to a big score. Now, moving over to Ashley Thompson's list, we are playing some of the brand new Adeptus Sororitas, and we're going to see some of the new technology coming out of this codex, including a ton of Sacrosants. So it's nice that the new units are relatively playable. First off, we have Celestine and the Gemini Superia. They are, I don't know, just going to hit people with swords, I guess, and respawn themselves. We also have Morven Val, who's the Warlord. She has to be the Warlord, but that does give her full rerolls on the charge in the fight phase. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 units of Battle Sisters, as well as a unit of 2 Crusaders in the Elite slot. Probably just there to hang out and perform actions. They do have Storm Shields, so they are relatively difficult to kill. And they can sit in the back and sit in an objective for a while. A pretty efficient pick. There they are. Little Crusader boys. We also have 2 Retributor squads. And I should mention as well, this is an Argent Shroud detachment, so those Retributor squads are going to be able to advance and shoot with their heavy weapons without penalty. All multi-meltas and 2 Armorium Cherubs on both of those Retributor squads. 2 Sororitas Rhinos in that detachment as well. Looks like they are holding some Battle Sisters inside the Rhinos. 1 unit of Battle Sisters and Retributors in each. Second detachment coming out of Order of the Bloody Rose, to the surprise of no one. We have 1 Canoness with Blessed Blade, the Iron Surplice of Saint Estela. These are things that I'm going to have to look up, chat, because this is a new codex, and I don't know what all their relics do. She has Transhuman and a 2+ save. All right, that's cool. She also can advance and charge and gets +1 attack. All right, well, that's exciting. She's chilling out in the front here, being hidden by the Sacrosants. And it looks like, yeah, we have Morven Val taking some shots into a Star Weaver. Looks like that Star Weaver's going to blow up. Hey, 10 damage from the missile launchers. What a badass Morven Val is. So she's going to be untargetable by ranged attack currently, as long as that Sacrosant unit survives in the back here. So she can play very far forward, fire out with that heavy bolter and those missile launchers. Her attack profile doesn't look particularly exciting. I mean, just a regular heavy bolter essentially is not that cool. It is strength 6 instead of strength 5, which is all right. But it turns out when you can do that for free and you full reroll your hits and wounds, that's a pretty solid attack profile. She can kind of do whatever she wants, which is pretty sweet. Moving on, just to round out Ashley's list here. She is bringing 3 units of Sacrosants, 2 of 8, 1 of 7, as well as a Dogmata in the Elites slot of that detachment, as well as Kaiganil and Ephrael Stern. A pretty good duo in order you can bring to deal some mortal wounds to people. They're just a solid independent unit, effectively. And I'm sure it irks the Harlequins to no end that they have an Imperium keyworded one, so there you go. Probably irks the other Imperium players, too. We also have a Zephyrim squad. And 2 Zephyrim squads, excuse me, with power swords. As well as a Hospitaller is the last one with the Book of St. Lucius to give Miracle Dice control. Or is that the aura? No, that's auras, right? No, it is auras. Just kidding. Blah. Litanies of Faith was the old Miracle Dice control, but they're not bringing that now, I guess. So Ashley with a very aggressive position here. The Sacrosant's moving towards the 2 objectives. They do have, or can get objective secured thanks to the Dogmata. So they can fight for the fight with the Harlequin troopers over these objectives. They don't just get blown out. But we do have Celestine chaining out next to the Sacrosants. She gets to be so far forward and be untargetable by ranged attacks, but it looks like we may be looking for a charge with this player troop here. Could get +1. We are AP2 on them, and you don't need +1 damage because you Celestine, but you could clear through some Gemini Speria with those guys. Although you are walking into a pretty nasty Overwatch if you do that. Troopmaster coming in as well. Whoa. Here we come. We are we're here for a good time, not a long time, I guess. Say the Harlequins. Get our rerolls on you.
Okay, yep, you have plenty of movement.
Yeah. We'll get the Dark Reapers out. Big squad first.
And the downside is having to move into the open so far here, as you do walk it into this Dark Reaper attack. Going to be a lot of damage coming out of these guys with those Star Swarm missiles. AP2. 2 damage, 2 shots a pop. So could do a number on the Sacrosants.
Make sure they all have line of sight to anything they want to shoot.
Yep. No, I don't think you get it on the red squad, but
Well, the accent.
well, he doesn't need that.
It's just, apparently the list's command is so borked that even though I have it off, it still works. It still shows you the wrong lists. Great. Well, it lives here now. Good stuff. We'll just get rid of it entirely. So I apologize. You're going to have to grab the lists off the Invitational website. Unfortunately, the list command will not show them to you. It'll show you lists from ages ago. Yeah, that's weird, chap. I don't know why lists the command was working, but I don't know. Here's where we are. Anyway, take a look at how the predictions went. Looks like hey, 69% in for Ashley Thompson, only 31 voting for Jonathon. Although I do feel Jonathon is probably in a commanding position in this game, just being able to go second. Now, we've seen this. We have a Stranglehold pick here on Ashley's side for her secondary objectives. She's taking Assassinate. She's taking Stranglehold. She's taking Raise the Banners High. Assassinate makes a lot of sense against a lot of these Aeldari lists. They have so many characters. We are bringing the Autarch, 2 Troopmasters, 2 Death Jesters, so a total of 5 characters available for the killing. And usually those Troopmasters, at the very least, have to play up so far forward that you end up killing those over the course of the game. So that's a relatively safe pick on Ashley's side. Erase the Banner is also a very good pick in this mission as well, and we've seen that score relatively highly for everyone who's taken it. The Stranglehold pick is the interesting one to me. Especially since, I mean, it really depends on how attrition goes, although she does have a lot of objective secured units that she can feed into those center objectives. The Dogmata giving anything she wants objective secured is pretty strong, so those Sacrosants can hang out in the middle, and even when those go down, she has Retributors and Battle Sisters that she can make OBSEC or even double OBSEC to run into the center as well. Although we have a lot of objectives secured, a lot of fast objectives secured on Jonathon's side of the table also. Now, I believe that we have one last unit of Retributors in reserve, I think, as well as the Zephyrim coming in. Matrik in the chat, how's it going, dude?
Oh yeah, the Oxide was supposed to be there. Sorry.
Yeah, the good old 69%. Ayo.
It's a very important job too. A noble profession.
Yes.
On Jonathan's side of the table, he's also taking Raise the Banners and Assassinate. Last but certainly not least, Engage in all fronts, which is a pretty easy one for Aeldari. Although being down a Starweaver on the top of one, not exactly where you want to be, but it is what it is. Not much can save you from the devastating Morven Vol. She'll get you.
Where he's at. This Warwalker's just gonna touch the terrain here.
Yep.
Shoot some stuff.
And the Warwalkers are going to peek out, start to take some shots at those Sacrosants.
Other two Warwalkers.
Yeah, Ashley, I'm glad Ashley ended up electing to... Tattered Pages, thanks for the sub. Really appreciate it. I'm glad Ashley elected to participate in the Invitational. I think she has come around a little bit on the New Sisters book. I think it's just such a paradigm shift from the old one. The old book was very much sort of a point-and-click adventure game where, you know, you get your Miracle Dice, you reroll your Miracle Dice until they're high, and then you use them either to kill your opponent from 36 inches with multi-meltas or to make 27-inch charges with your Repentia. And you just do that over and over until your opponent doesn't have any more models left, basically. And this book is a much more of an attrition grind, which is a different look for the faction. But it's not significantly less powerful. The army doesn't... It's not as flashy. It doesn't, you know, run units across the table and blow up your opponent's stuff. But what it does do is it plays in the center of the table. It plays a very consistent game, and it plays a very defensive game, and it's really good at that. And it's very different from the old version. So I could see, you know, without a bunch of games under your belt and a lot of experimentation with the book, I could see a lot of people getting discouraged about the new book compared to the old one. Because, I mean, it isn't significantly less powerful, but it is for sure less powerful. You know, you're
Did your Sacrosants throw?
Yep.
your super easy, you know, one and done wombo combos are not there anymore. But I think Ashley is going to be able to make it work.
Some engage points.
The list command still works. How? What is wrong with this? I deleted it from the bot. It shouldn't do anything. I don't know, chat. What the fuck? It is what it is.
What did the Death Jester have?
So here comes the Death Jester, going to be using that triplicate hit ability to try to mow down some Sacrosants. Now we do have the Hospitaller, fortunately, in range there to be able to heal them back up. Yeah, list bot is an unstoppable inconvenience machine. Beep boop. I will give you incorrect information. Beep boop.
Players in style.
Sororitas might be better than Admech and Drukhari in the long term because it's very toolboxy. I could potentially see that. I think after we see 1 to 2 rounds of nerfs on Admech and Drukhari, I think Sisters probably end up more powerful just because they don't have anything that's like blatantly ridiculous and that gets nerfed and, you know, people leave the faction. I can definitely see that being the case in the other two factions.
Map table corridor on the objective. Any
Having a little verticality issues with this guy, but that's okay.
right?
I think Admech might be toolboxy just by virtue of the fact that they're incredibly deep. Like every, you know, they're Admech and Drukhari both have like basically no bad data sheets. You could play almost anything in those factions and it's still probably undercosted.
Players will find visits. Warp Spiders will banner this.
Yep.
And then the Star Weaver's probably just gonna hang out. I guess I could back it up a bit. I'll just back it up a smidge. Yeah, he can hang out there, and the warp spiders will back as well. And the warlock actually doesn't need to be up there.
Everybody moving over here. So we're just going to play a bit of a cagey gunline style of play out of this Aeldari army. This is such an interesting dichotomy, an interesting change in paradigm between these two factions. Normally, you know, the previous version of Adeptus Sororitas, we would see them play very much this way. They would try to angle shoot around corners. They would try to get shots with their tributors as much as possible. They would try a little bit of trading, whereas Harlequins would just mostly jam stuff in the center of the table and say go. But now we're seeing the Aeldari play a little bit more of a backline, gunline style. Whereas Sororitas, we're just running 30 Sacrosants into the middle and say, hey, what's up? Here we come.
That is our movement phase. Yep. No psychic. So shooting. So let's start out with this here Death Jester.
Yep.
Gonna put his shots into the blue Sacrosants. So 3 shots on 2s. So 9 shots, 9 hits. And then strength 6 of 2s.
Yep.
So those at negative 3.
4 up in bonus.
Yep.
Oh, no!
I have 6 up, feel no pains.
Yep. Oh, you made that.
Okay.
4 dead.
That was a terrible saving throw out of those Sacrosants. Almost wiped the unit, but we did get 2 left. Oh, my God!
That's okay.
That's a scary time.
Will shoot at them as well.
If we see a big conversion here off this Warwalker, that would be not good. Only 2 wounds so far. Make 2 saves. Okay, that's fine.
The Starweaver. Empty.
I wonder if maybe we should have fired the frags first, although I guess it wouldn't have made a huge difference because they weren't 10.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
assault
he can still
weapon.
shoot.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I keep thinking that's a Sorry Spite thing.
No, he'll be -1 to hit, but yes, he'll
Yeah.
shoot at the Sacrosants. Alright, so just 3 on your...
Oh, right, yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. They're fine.
Okay. Let's do the big Dark Reaper squad. They're going to put everything into green Sacrosants.
Okay.
So small missiles and the XR into them. So we'll start with the 14 small missiles. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s that are crafters. And then wounding on 3s. Crafters. That was very
Ooh, very good wound roll. 11 saves in on the Sacrosants from the Dark Reaper shot.
5 of them.
5 go through. A great toll of Sacrosants being reaped here by the Dark Reapers.
6 shots. Put 8 into them. On 3s.
Yeah, Warwalkers have always been a pretty popular pick if you're running Expert Crafters because they you can run so many individual units to get the maximum rerolls out of them.
Oh, yeah,
And especially now that, like, you know, Kill More isn't a secondary that you see very often. Plus, they only give up 1 point on Bring It Down instead of 2, on being only 6 wounds. They're not really, you know, there's no downside really to taking them.
Okay, Wave Serpent may as well take some pot shots at
They certainly aren't Iron Shredders, yeah.
4 of them.
Who is, though?
3s.
Who is?
Crafters,
Oh, their defensive stats are almost identical.
-3.
Yep.
Oh, no, they're only a 4-up save.
I do have card. Oh, wait, no, I don't. Huh.
No.
So, yep. 4 dead.
And we lose 4 Battle Sisters out of the back there as well.
And then
Big
we
shooting
will
phase
drop
from
the Serpent Shield
Aeldari.
as well, so D3 Mortal, or on a 2-up D3 Mortals into Celestine. Yes, for how many? 3?
Okay, well...
Chat, they do cost more and have...
Definitely within 6 right.
They do cost more and have worse like stats in every way, but it's only 5 points more. See, that's why it's fine.
Yep.
With 3 shots. Do we do the one shot variant? Nah, let's do the 3 shots. Yep, yep. That's why we do the 3 shot. That's 1 and -3.
Okay. Kills the other Gemini.
Oof. And both
Other Dark Troopers will go.
both Gemini Superior down as well? Oh my god.
Shots.
Celestine, not like this.
I think I'm okay with that. So 3s. And then 3s. So -2.
Yep. They're dead.
Oh my god.
Okay.
So that was a Tempest Launcher going into the Crusaders back here. Failed every save. The unit got vaporized.
Go into Blue Sacrifice.
So knocked an objective off for them. We're going to be down to only 5 points
No, that's fine.
for the
Yeah,
Sororitas.
into the Blue Sacrifice.
Yeah, holy crap.
Shots.
And an entire unit of Sacrosant's dead as well.
On 3s.
Oh my god. This is a wild amount of damage coming out of this Craft World's detachment. Holy crap.
They're good.
They really want to be shooting at toughness 3 models with a decent armor save. That's like the chef's kiss of profiles for Aeldari.
Back to shooting phase, I must say.
I was hoping for a bit less, yeah.
Yeah, so charging.
Yep.
So she can't fire Overwatch anymore, so players
Yep.
in her.
In fairness, it is only it's only 2 Tempest Launchers in fairness, chat.
You gotta set.
Although there is the Harvester of Torment Death Chester with the AP3 weapon, which is gonna be absolutely monstrous against this army.
5.7 there, 1.3 there. Nobody's basing. That is the only charge to be made. So we'll fight you with them. Those pile in.
All right, spend the CP for +1 damage here.
Table quarter.
Do it.
Yes.
You won't.
Pretty sure they're all in now. Yeah. And they'll all be able to swing at you. So it'll be 25 attacks. I'll spend 2 for +1 to wound. Do AC that? Nope. So 25 hitting on 3s. Wounding on 2s, rerolling. Alright. 17.
Okay.
-2.
She goes down.
Yep. To absolutely nobody's surprise.
Yeah.
And I guess they can just kind of shuffle over this way a bit, just to make it so that Celestine has to come a little bit further away from me. Okay. Yeah, so just some morale, I think.
Well, and a roll for Celestine.
Oh yes.
Oh.
Oh no!
That is not what.
Fushini frickin' called it. Are you kidding me?
Alright, well, I get a miracle die off that, I suppose.
Yep.
Which is
Oh
one.
no!
Not terrible, actually.
Oh, chat! Not like this. No.
We'll keep that last battle sister around to see what. I'll roll for
Jonathon also has
that, fine.
assassinate as one of his secondary objectives, and each one of the models in Celestine's unit counts separately for assassinate, so that will score him 9 off of that kill alone. That is going to be an easy max out for him. Oh my god. Oh no. Yeah, Fushini hacks the dice boxes in games that he's not involved in. It's been confirmed. The future cannot stop the Fooch. That's why we call it the Future. Am I right?
Yeah, well, it's probably the least important game.
I know, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Ashley understandably feeling defeated after that turn of attacking. Holy crap, chat. We lost a unit and a half of Celestine, Sacrosants. We lost a unit of Crusaders holding down this objective. We lost most of a Battle Sister squad. We lost Celestine and her bodyguards without a respawn. And Jonathon was able to get in for 3 engage in all fronts points as well for it to just throw some salt on the wound. Oh boy. Well, this is going to be an uphill battle for the sisters. Let's see if Morven Val can put this game on her shoulders, on her brawny robot battlesuit shoulders with statues on them that shoot missiles, and carry it for the Sororitas side. Come on, Morven. I believe in you. Hootie.
We stand ready.
Yeah, chat. Dothraki painting stream after this game is over on like turn 2? No, that's fine.
Yes.
Ash-
She'll put rerolls onto the Canoness.
Ashley is gonna
And the Dogmata will obsec
um
the sacrifice. Then
is gonna I think
Are you gonna do
play this one out to the last
the Canoness will advance.
as much as she can.
She goes to 11.
You're gonna auto pass one.
So yeah, the Canoness with advance and charge going to try to get in the back line here, remove some of the objective security in the back.
And these sacrifices will
I do appreciate that Jonathon taking the opportunity to move his Wave Serpent out of this corner that you normally believe would be protected, but because of Morven Val's position, this actually makes this Wave Serpent much harder to hit, being out on this side from line of sight. Not something that you'd normally consider, but when your opponent's hardest hitting ranged attacker is in the center of the table, you have to make some non-standard plays. Not in the center of the table and untargetable.
Actually, sorry, before they move, I will. Oh, wait, no, they were in the way
They
still.
were in the way, yeah.
Yeah.
I do appreciate both these players, obviously on the same team, sort of rooting for each other a little bit.
Okay, then I'll get Battle Sisters out of the
So we are in for a game of superlative sportspersonship.
Battle Sister. She's going 11.
Big advance to get onto objective 5, dropping a
Train or
obsec on there.
Then I will get the next squad out. I should start with the Reds. I'll get the Reds out first.
Okay.
Looking maybe to commit the Retributors. I wonder if we can get an advance high enough to get in on that Wave Serpent. Would be nice to be able to knock that thing down if we're able to.
How far away does that get them? I need to do
31 inches away. Yeah, we need to get a 7 to get the front model in, so we're looking for a big advance. Looks like we might miracle in a 5
right there, then I block that way.
to go 11 inches.
Everything. Yep, I'll just roll.
No, we're going to roll it. We're going to roll a 5. There you go. Easy peasy. Here they come. Argent Shroud,
This is
letting
first
the unit
one,
advance and
I'm
shoot.
gonna move the squad up and then probably shove them back a bit.
Of course. That one will have range. The other three do.
Oh, okay, I will not be shoving them back a bit then. Just make sure I'm not within an inch. Yep. And the one at the back, Jester is look outside.
He should be, yeah.
He's a little bit
That
too
was-
far forward for that.
Oh well, no, he's 3 from this. Yeah.
Ah, cool. So then she will come out to the side so she can see the players. And in fact, the
Yep.
Troop Master, who is
The
not
troop
the
master, yeah, he's very much not my concern.
Okay. Val really wants to walk 8 inches.
I think she'll have to come out a little bit more to see the troop master.
Like a squidge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep. Looks good.
Then I'll hop the Battle Sisters out. I think. Yes. And they can advance
Yep.
for another 11.
Speedy.
I'm going to pull them back so that I'm just within range of both Warwalkers. So basically an inch further forward from that.
Yep.
Yep.
Looks good.
The Hospitaller will advance. She goes also 11. Very good number, apparently. She should be, within 3 of those pretty easily.
Gonna pick some of them up.
Yep. Then we will get the Rets out of the other Rhino. And actually, no, I want to get them over this way. And they advance for 10.
So both Retributor
Can you
units
measure if
committing
this
now.
is in range of the Warwalker that of the other one that they can they can see the others can't? The third one.
Oh, this one? No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
have
both
to
these
touch it
armies want to deal
Yeah.
as much damage as possible to each other
Inches
before
up.
the damage ends up compiling.
Like that.
Yes.
Yeah, and it looks like we're going to try to knock out a couple of these
To their
Warwalkers.
range, and I can shuffle this one up at a slightly different angle to get her in as well, I think.
No,
Yeah.
I don't know if she can see.
No, she can't. Okay. So she's gonna be 2 either way, but that's
Yeah, it's
fine.
gonna be 2 regardless, yeah.
In that case, I will, I guess, use the last 3 to string out to Baal. If that works. That might be stringing a bit too much. Oh my god. Slag is, I think, just slightly throwing off all of my movements.
Yeah, no, I think you're good there, yeah.
Okay, cool. And the Rhino will drive up 5 to here and then spin itself around so that this bit is now there.
Yep.
And the other Rhino will advance. It goes 18. So 4 over to here. And then it will go 11 in a straight line over to here, and then 3 inches up. It is touching the objective.
Yep.
And you had nothing in deep strike, right?
Nope.
Yeah. Okay. So end of the movement phase, use the Hospitalis strat, Ravage and Sacrosanct. How many do I get? 3. Nice.
Just gonna see if I got CP. I do.
Okay. Now, with that, they don't need to come back within range of... I can do some weird stringing and see if I can get a charge off. But let's see, it doesn't look like...
Are they able to string out like that, or do you have to be set up with incoherency of the existing unit?
Yeah, it wouldn't work anyway, so I'm not going to bother.
Okay.
And I have some Zephyrim to drop.
Mm-hmm. Are they thinking of coming over here?
Oh, sorry, I actually forgot to move Stone.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
She will...
Shuffle up.
Yeah, if she comes...
Prepare to die, Death
Can I
Jester.
place a- Oh wait, no, there is no such action.
You're about to be
Okay,
Zephyred.
she'll just not be touching the terrain then. Yeah, so...
Stern and Kaiganel going deep
Oh, there.
into the other side.
And the other squad...
Wow, this guy's on a weird angle.
Yeah, I think the other squad just stays in reserve for now.
Okay.
Unless I want to place them near far. I can just put them in the middle of the table.
I think Kaiganel's probably been brainwashed long enough that
okay, yeah.
he's basically a Sororitas, right? He's like, I'll kill some Harlequins. It's whatever. I don't even care about them. The problem is the Harlequins don't want to kill him because they think he's a solitaire or something.
Oh, yeah, well, they won't be in dogfight range anyway if she charges, so that's whatever. Okay. Movement phase complete.
Okay.
I think. No, hang on. Have to advance these battles. No, they're staying put. Alright, yeah, movement phase complete. Shooting phase. We will begin. Who has the least options? Val. Can't really see much. So Val will go into this War Walker back here.
Okay. Fire away.
Heavy bolter. 2's to hit. And what's the toughness?
6.
Okay, 1 wound.
5 up. Nice, okay.
Right. And missiles. 2 hits. 1 wound.
5 up. Kills it.
Okay, that'll do 2 damage.
Okay.
Not quite as exciting as her last shooting phase.
Oh, yeah. Retributors into Wave 7 over here, and this one into the Troop Master.
I'll lightning fast the Wave Serpent. I've already got CP.
Okay. So, 2 against the Troop Master. Both hit. Reroll 1s for Val. Both wound.
Oh, come on, Dice. Where are you going? Oh, he's super dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's just out of dead, yeah.
See ya. You've mastered your last troop there, buddy.
The Wave Serpent, hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s, and 1 Argent Shroud reroll. Yep. Wounding on 3s, rerolling 1s. 3 wounds.
Yep. I mean, I don't have a save, so.
Right, no invuln.
Nope.
So 8 damage.
Damage, okay.
And then I'll use both the cherubs and take 4 more shots into it.
Okay.
And do I want to burn a 6? No, I really don't. So, 1 hit. Which does wound.
I was up.
5 wounds left. Do I have anything else that can shoot this thing? I'll use my 6.
Okay. Does he go boom?
6 for damage of the Miracle Dice. Kills the Wave Serpent.
Everybody out.
Gonna bail out the Dark Reapers.
Not too worried about them getting shot by anything else. So kind of like there-ish.
That's a good question, chat. We can check in.
So they're way out of charge range from
Yeah.
there. Okay.
That was including the -1 damage from the Serpent Shield, right?
He
I
shot this.
popped it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
There you go, chat.
How many die? 2. Ugh.
Ta-da!
Nice.
Okay.
I had missed that he shot the shield. He must have shot it at the
then
Sacrosants to
over
kill them.
to the 2 Retributors that are shooting this Warwalker known as
Would have survived. So would have saved it though.
and then
That would have been a big
one
deal.
of them shooting this Warwalker, and the last multi-melter is...
Yeah, this is going to be brutal because they.
So
We do
2
get to
into
cherub
the
whichever
back.
Warwalkers survive.
3s to hit, reroll 1s for Val. Thank you, Val. 3s to wound.
Ugh.
And 1 Argent Shroud. 2 wounds.
5 ups. Alright.
It continues.
Warwalkers are immune to damage.
Oh my god.
The other 2 into the other Warwalker.
Paint these Warwalkers gold and call them
That's
Custodes, chat. because they are just about as survivable as we saw last game.
Jesus.
4 shots into the one no one else can see.
Yeah.
Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1s. 3 more 5s, please.
I believe it. Nope.
Okay.
Just don't roll a bunch of 1s.
Ah!
This is a boom.
14 damage on one War Rocker. Get out of here.
Okay.
Brutal.
Battle Sisters in the middle will put their 1 multi-melter into the Wounded Warwalker.
Yep.
Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. 2 wounds.
Next one.
Okay. And it's dead.
That is enough. Does he explode? Nope.
Alright, Zephyrim aren't shooting Sacrosants. Sure, these Sacrosants will just shoot the Starweaver, a crack grenade, and 1, 2, 3, 4, then 6 ball pistols. So the grenade hits and does wound. Okay.
Do they have grenades?
And then the pistols. Good hits and 3 wounds. Nice. The Rhino here, whatever, I don't need to soften it up more.
Oh, they do. Battlescribe to TTS doesn't list them.
Rhino here will rapidly
Get out of here,
storm bolt over
Battlescribe.
these players. So 4 shots, looking for 3s. And 3s again. Martian Shroud. 2 wounds. Oh. So shot. I think everything has shot that can shoot. So I get a miracle die. It's a 6. Thanks, Emperor.
That is what you
All right.
needed.
Yes. Charge phase. Zephyrim into Death Jester.
Alright.
Got a 9.
And I will, yep, give them the 9.
We're going to miracle the charge into the DJ. We do have OBSEC on this objective, so it's not the end of the
I need
world.
to fling them out so that I can touch it. Reapers. So you go 9 to here. You go 9 to here. I just need to figure out how I can fit 1 model in that corner. So you go 3 inches to there, and then after he's dead, yeah. So she can easily get into the corner after her consolidate move, assuming the Autarch dies.
Yeah. Do they fit in that corner though?
So it's glitchy, but with should fit if you use the gizmo to actually put it in the corner rather than just having it wig out.
Yeah. I don't think so.
Yep, seems a little janky there.
Okay. In that case, I guess they're just gonna die. Unless I can swing around this way somehow. So currently we're 4 inches away. If we get to there, it would be less. So hang on. I need to make a new Zeph. So yeah, right now she is 4 inches away. I'm actually gonna, in that case, I will fling her out further, like this. So she'll be 5.2 inches away. Actually, yeah. So do this kind of thing with the charge move.
Okay.
So that Zephyrim is 5.3 inches away. If she comes up to
Dummy thick Zephyr
here
in chat, for sure.
with her first pile-in, she'll be 5 inches away from him.
That
and then
caboose is
3
too big.
inches would get her across the wall.
But
Okay.
well, she wouldn't fit there, would she?
But I mean, get her across the wall over the side, so she ends up
Right, but
basically here.
right. So in order to do that, oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah, if you can get to there, then
Yeah.
you can do it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and because she's so far away from him, she can.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
The
Then
gymnastics.
The Canoness will go into this boat.
I'm going to need some gymnastics to get over that wall, but we got there.
She gets it with a
Alright, she's
9. Does she want to go somewhere strange? She's probably fine. The Sacrosants will go into the right next to them.
I don't know anything about Kaiganel and Ephrael Stern, but I will accept that as my headcanon. That's why there's a Harlequin in the Sororitas army.
What's no point tagging a Death Jester? Cannot quite tag the Warwalker. Cannot tag Warp Spiders. Could just get onto the point. Yeah, okay. So. Actually, I need a lot of them on the objective. I won't bother.
Okay.
We'll just go in like that. Then the Rhino will try a really long charge into it.
Sure.
Around the rats. 7 inches, no way.
No.
Stern will try to charge this Starweaver.
Sure.
It's a 9. She gets an 11.
She's in.
Big charge from Stern and Kagano. Well, we're certainly putting the pressure on. And engaging those Dark Reapers is going to do a lot to negate much return fire. So I think, despite having lost so much the previous turn, I do think that Ashley is fighting back pretty admirably here.
Which I need to gizmo her in there, but I'm pretty sure she actually fits. No, she doesn't. Okay, she'll be there.
Okay.
Then the red sacrosanct will charge with a 6. It is our retributor.
Yeah, so this throw's not in yet. That makes sense. I actually don't know if that works.
Okay, so the ones who were close could have come up this way, man. And then I have to string them around the other, man. Crap, I've already moved the whole squad.
No. I don't know if that would have been enough.
Yeah, chat. If Celestine would be alive right now, it would be awesome. For sure.
Didn't really think this through.
So, just, yeah, she was there, and then... Yeah.
I might need to position these ones differently to try to get both of them right on the edge of the 2 inches.
Yes, come a little bit more. I don't know if there's enough space.
Oh, I could just nudge her 0.1 inches back over. Nope, she's already on top.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, I don't know where to move them back to. I will CP re-roll it and hope that I get a big number and this clears everything up.
Yeah.
Okay, a 7. 1 inch is all I needed.
Is it? Because 1 inch isn't enough to clear this wall, right?
Well, they were like they were barely unable to get through the wall. Basically.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
And we get one more around the wall, and then she goes there.
Yep.
And they end up within 2 inches like that.
Yep, looks good.
And then the rest just move an extra inch forwards.
Yep.
And I'm still moving the retributor in there. Okay. Battle Sisters advanced. Zephyrim don't really want to charge. Hospitaller advanced. Threats advanced. Okay. That is my thingy charge phase.
Okay.
So, oh wait, this superior doesn't. The sacrosanct wants to be barely not basing, basically. Yeah. So let's begin the fight phase with sacrosancts going into players. So I think. So she can pile around 1.8 and then 1.2 and get to there. She can pile around to here. She can pile into there. Okay, it looks like I only get 3 of them attacking.
Looks that way, yeah.
So, okay, sorry. Start of the fight phase, I'm going to pop the strat to give them +1 attack off the Dogmata.
Okay.
Given that. So it will be 12 attacks.
So is that 1 CP?
No, it's free because of her relic.
Oh, right, yeah. Yep.
But I will spend 1 CP on +1 to hit for the Sacrosanct.
Okay.
So, hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s for Val, and wounding on 2s. Also rerolling 1s. 11 wounds.
Easy. Nope. Okay.
Right, and then I'll come up another 3 inches. Actually, I'm not going to not put them in the difficult terrain because that would be dumb. While I'm moving stuff, will you be interrupting me?
No.
Okay, I'll just finish piling in, like so. Okay, Zephyrim will do this 3-inch wiggle over to there, and then we've got. You have to come out like this, and then you get into 1/2-inch her, and you go there. So we've got 4 of them attacking, 17 attacks.
Yep.
And I need to pop 2 CP for +1 to wound.
Okay.
I almost wonder if you consider a lightning fast here on the Death Chester.
7 wounds.
Oh, he survives!
Alright,
Okay, well,
I guess
that is,
Try
I
point. Death Jester.
think, gonna toilet bowl the,
He is over there.
yeah, the
So
pin
I
on
can still
the
do
Dark
this pile in, but it
Reapers.
won't be in coherency.
Yeah.
So
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Turns
alright,
out you
that
didn't
is
need the,
happening.
lightning
Sure,
fast if you just hope your opponent rolls bad.
Canoness into the boat. 6 attacks. Hitting on 2s. Wounding on 3s.
Isn't she only strength 5?
Strength 6.
Is it only +2 strength?
Oh, I haven't updated the tooltip, sorry. Her thingy, Rapturous Blows, gives her +1 strength and +1 damage with any non-relic weapon. So it's actually 3.
Cool. Alright, so is this 6 saves?
Yeah.
Aeldari soup, chap.
Super dead.
There are Harlequins in Craft Worlds today.
Just 1 more to win.
Cool.
And then just put the time on me.
Sure. It was already on your.
I just did it myself.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I don't know where we really want to go next turn.
So potentially considering a emergency disembark here for the 6-inch pile out. Yeah, no striking scorpions, chat. Would be sweet.
And I guess we could just throw these guys up here.
Yeah, the canonist probably doesn't want to run into the players.
If they fit. They should fit. Yeah.
I think she would die with the troop master right there.
Nobody dies.
Yeah, no Drakari at all in this one.
And then
There's a lot of Drakari elsewhere in the event, but
whacking a boat.
today we are just playing the good elves.
Will be 22 attacks.
You'll be fine, Starweaver. We believe in you.
On 3s. And wounding on 3s. That many.
Just 1 damage?
2 damage, but yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
that'll kill him. You only have 4 wounds left. Doesn't have to.
What? No. Sorry. 1 damage each. You
Oh,
got-
okay. Okay, so yeah, he's fine then.
Right, sorry, yes. Just 1 damage on the help. There.
Okay.
Yep.
No worries.
Okay. Then we've
So there are
Colors.
3 players playing Adeptus Mechanicus so far. 2 of them are souped in, however. One of them is an AdMech plus Custodes. The other one's AdMech but plus Sororitas, coming out of Dan K. Although he did go X and 2 in his first 2 games, so he might be out of contention depending on how the rest of this pod goes. We did also see the fully Adeptus Mechanicus player played 2 Soul, the mixed Imperium player playing Custodes plus Mechanicus, and actually beat them in earlier this morning. So far, pure Adeptus Mechanicus proving its dominance over regular Adeptus Mechanicus, or Souped Adeptus Mechanicus, which I think is surprising no one.
That other one did survive to my disbelief. Just 1 wound.
Yep. Feel no pain. He takes it.
Okay, we'll do Warp Spiders.
We did have a couple players were considering registering Adeptus Mechanicus and decided to change last minute over the course of the event, just for their own sanity for the most part. Adeptus Mechanicus can be complicated and also kind of boring, so I'm not shocked that not a lot of people really want to lock themselves into between 5 and 6 games of that. But we did also have the number 1 Adeptus Mechanicus player in the circuit ended up having to cede his invite because of some real life commitments. So we are less Adeptus Mechanicus, or have less of an Adeptus Mechanicus showing than I think you would normally expect.
Okay, so I will score my Stranglehold.
Yep.
I get a Miracle Die. Do you have anywhere else to take?
No.
Admic isn't boring? Okay, chat. Whatever you say, chat.
Oh, you get 4 assassins in there for killing my Warlord.
Right, yep.
Very sad. Right. She's a problem. These girls are a problem. There's a lot of problems.
So back over to Jonathan's turn now, continuing with the 10-point primary score, and Ashley has put an immense amount of pressure into the center of the table here.
Let's see.
Just threatening this big ol' 15-pointer if Jonathan doesn't come back and knock some of these units out. Now, I will say the Sacrosanct unit on Objective 3 is feeling a little bit exposed. There's no other units holding on to Objective 3. So if you are able to kill the Sacrosanct unit, they will go down. And we do have the 2 Dark Reaper units still unengaged, so we do have potentially 2 Tempest Launchers going into them.
So she's transhuman, 2 up, 4 up.
Yep.
Beefy.
This is also, interestingly, a build of Aeldari with no Psychers in it whatsoever, which is an observation that I hadn't had until just now.
Here.
But that means that getting engaged is a little bit more problematic than it would normally be for an Aeldari list that can throw out, 2 smites plus shards plus destructor, or Eliminator? What's the stupid thing that kills 2 people? I don't remember.
You read Sacrosanct or Obsec?
Yes.
I think I'm hoping that those Sacrosancts are dead. Yeah, we'll move these guys up this side. Gotta kill these 2 for sure. What do I need to do then? The warp spiders will activate their warp jump generators.
Yep.
So they'll add.
Oh wait, can you do that when you're in combat?
Yep. Or
Instead of advancing?
No, it's so basically when this unit moves to the move phase, they can use their warp jump generators. If they do, they cannot advance their turn.
Alright, okay. Sorry, carry on then.
H. Joey, thanks for the sub.
Yeah, not the reposition, but they could do that as well.
Yeah, the games have been exciting so far.
They felt inclined that they could do that.
This morning, we so we had some results come back from games off stream. We had Dan K go down to Jonathon, our Aeldari player today. That was last night, 71-76 to Jonathon. We also had Devin Swan play Two Soul. It's an Adeptus Mechanicus versus Souped Admech plus Custodes Mirror. That went to Devin, 94-61. Bit of a blowout in that one. We also, earlier this morning, had Fushini versus Orcspit. Fushini playing Iron Hands versus Death Guard. And Fushini was able to play a very good game. Going first, which certainly helped a ton. But knocked down Orcspit 95-52. Just before this round, we also watched Dan K play Glorak. That's Adeptus Mechanicus plus Sororitas versus Pure Custodes. And it was a game that came down to Glorak making a whole bunch of saves, which has certainly helped him out quite a bit. But both players played a really good game, and Glorak was able to take that down 80-83 points. So Dan K now with 2 extremely close losses, meaning he will be out of the running unless another member of this pod goes 3-0 and is able to knock out a bunch of other people. So if we have an 0-3, 2 1-2s in a 3-0, we could see, or excuse me, a 3 1-2s and a 3-0. We could see someone make it through. Yeah, chat. Yeah, it was a lot of saves being made by the Custodes, which is, I mean, that's how they win. So there you go. But Caladius Grav Tanks showing their absolute domination of Iron Strider balanced REI. They just make their 5+ invulnerable saves, turn around and kill like 2 or 3 Iron Striders on average with their shooting.
Okay. Options. This Death Jester will fall back. This Warwalker will just touch the wall so we can see through it. So we can shoot at Kaigano and Stern if need be. These players will just shuffle up a bit. Here, the Autarch will just slide over a smidge. Go down, please. Please. I think these guys just kind of come here. Right.
So I think we're going to need another good round of shooting like we saw last turn out of the Aeldari.
Yes, we want-
And if we can get that, they'll be significantly in the driver's seat here. But it does look like a lot of forward pressure from the Sororitas. Potentially more physical bodies than the
So-
Aeldari will be able to deal with.
Shooting. Let's start with the warp spiders. They'll
Might have
shoot
called it a little bit early, Chad,
They
because
fell
it,
back.
They can shoot when they fall back with their warp jump generators. Because the unit that uses warp jump generators to fall back can still shoot. They just can't charge or anything like that. So we get 12 shots into these lads. 3 or 4s because we minus 1 with the crafters. And strength 6, so 2s?
Yep. 3s.
ooh.
Right, because you're... Okay, so
Right.
3...
Failed
Just one damage.
2. 1 damage.
Okay, players will shoot them. May as well just use pistols, I guess. 2 hits and just 1 wound.
Saved.
It's fine. Death Jester will go into Sacrosanct.
Yep.
Thanks. Thank you.
So this is the Harvester of Torment.
Ugh.
Ooh!
Those.
Only 1 hit.
6 hits.
Tripling into 3. Looks like we're going to get the 6 with the reroll. All of them wound.
4s.
2 go
6s,
through.
Feel no pain. 2 die.
That was not what we were hoping for. Ooh, boy.
We'll just do these players. They're just going to pump all their
Yep.
pistols into her. Yeah. Because you're in cover, so the grenades won't do like anything. Yeah, so there's 9 of them. 3s and, well, 4s, I guess. 'cause-
Yep.
So 2 on your ball.
She's fine.
Okay. Dark Reapers are going to put all their small missile shots into red sacrosancts. And then the Exarch will go into blue sacrosancts. Or... Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10 shots with missiles. To red on 3s. Crafters. 3s. Crafters. Okay.
4 of them.
Yep.
Starting to get rid of the red Sacrosancts as well. Really hoping we can see a big hit here on blue. That could open the door
Okay, like that.
to
Then we'll
removing
do
the unit
Exarch
with
now.
this Warwalker.
So, 2d6 shots into the blue sacrosancts.
Now,
7.
unfortunately for Jonathon, he's going to be opening himself up to some pretty significant interrupts potentially on this coming turn.
Feel no pain. 1 dead.
Only 1 from the blue Sacrosancts. Not great.
Okay. And then we fire and fade them. That Death Jester will shoot at red. 2s and 2s. 2s.
And turns.
Good. Other Dark Reaper squad, the Exarch will go in, or the missiles will go into red. Exarch will go into Zephyrim over there.
Okay.
So the missiles first. 3s, crafters. 3s, crafters. So just 1 on red.
Yep, she did.
You have a superior there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just...
Yep, just for coherency. And then the Exarch into the Zephyrim will re-roll that with his traits. 7. 3s. And 3s. 5 on the Zephyrim,
Okay.
make it 2.
3 go through, feel no pains. 3 dead.
Okay.
Very nice. So knocking into the Zephyrim now. Looks like we're going to commit the Troopmaster to kill the remainder of the Sacrosants on 3. They can also get into the Retributors to engage them. Force the use of the fallback and shoot strat.
We will do... The Warwalker will go into the... I think the Zap. Yeah, we'll go into the Zephyr with the Warwalker.
Okay.
So with frag missiles for 6 shots.
So this is an interesting... I mean, it's a dangerous situation for the Aeldari because we have so many very powerful threats on the Sororitas side of the table. Not only these characters, but all of these sister squads with individual multi-meltas, like you have to be able to knock out because those miracled multi-meltas could be brutal. But you also have to remove the melee threats as well. The Sacrosants are being laid low and will probably be mostly dead by the end of the turn.
I think that's all the student I got.
The awkward part here as well is that if the Troopmaster wants to go touch the Retributors, he will allow them to get onto the objective, thanks to the combat activation as well. Although we may just curtain fall him away into a Starweaver, potentially.
We'll just put him... Oh, the base doesn't work right now, so we'll just put him, like, here-ish. Do you have a strat to fall back and fall back and shoot with Retributors?
Yes, 1 CP.
Okay. So that's not even worth then.
It is not as GG as turn 1 look chat. Ashley brought in all the reserves. She had some good engagements over here on Objective 6. And she is fighting for this game. This combat phase is going to basically determine where the course of the game goes. Although obviously never count out Harlequins running to every position on the table all the time. And we also have the potential 15-point primary on bottom 5 for Jonathon.
Okay, and then both these player squads are just going to charge the Canoness.
Yep.
So we do have a lot of options for really solid interrupts on Ashley's side of the table. We're sort of engaging across the breadth of the entire Sororitas army.
Death Jester will charge Zephyrim.
Yep.
Death Jester are going to charge in, try to engage those Zephyrim. Do we see charges from the rest of these Aeldari?
Put it there. And then players will charge Zephyrim.
I guess so. Here we come.
7.
The awkward part here is that if the players engage in and then get interrupted on and die, you actually lose control of that objective because there are only 1, 2, 3, 4 other models there. So not a perfect situation for Harlequins to engage in.
So you'll have to go towards the Death Chest over there. Okay. All right. I believe that is all our charges to be done. So.
Okay. And I have no heroics. Yep.
Yep. So Troopmaster will go first. Actually, how many attacks do these girls have?
3 each, so 13 total. Hitting on 2s because you charged me.
Yeah. No, we'll go into them with Troopmaster. So it's turn 2, so we have 8 attacks. That he hits on 2s with. And wounds on 3s. Rolling. Alright, 6.
Yep. Saving on 4s.
So that will kill him even without the Darkness Bite activation. Do we see a curtain fall here?
Okay,
Run away! Run away!
I should have left the boat on this objective. That's okay. Alright, you'll just kind of shuffle this way. But
no curtain fall.
Engage the rest.
Yep.
Do you want interrupts?
So... Yeah, I'll interrupt with the Zephyrim.
Okay.
So this one, let's see, where 0.6, 0.6. She'll come in here, so I'm now giving the
fair
superior
enough.
attacks.
Mhm.
So I got charged, it's range 4 each, so 9 into the players and 12 into the Death Jester.
Yep.
So let's start 12 into the Death Jester. That's going to be this many hits, running
Yep.
on 3s. 5 wounds.
Oh, he's super dead.
Okay, and 9 into the players.
Yep.
8 hits, 3
Mhm.
is to wound, 5 wounds.
They're dead.
Ooh, players go down. Oh, no. That's what I was worried about. That is going to break that banner.
That'll lose me that banner. And
Ooh,
that
boy.
was a little bit of a
And I think that gives Sororitas the 15-point primary.
We'll just finish up here. So
2 to
these
4.
guys
Oh,
go down.
no.
Yep.
Big mistake, I think. Not really sure what you could have done there. If you were aiming to kill the Sacrosants, I think you needed a bigger, something chunkier to fight the Zephyrim. But yeah, maybe the charge was just incorrect. Oh, no!
Alright, the dice come back around.
1
And
wound?
he saves it.
Alright.
On Kaiganel, he saves.
Stern fights first because Kaiganel's still alive, so she'll go next.
I'm going to spend 2 CP real quick.
Oh, right, sure.
Because they don't want to get murdered.
Strange, but okay. I mean, I can absolutely consolidate into you like that. If that's...
Yeah, that's fine. I just don't want Stern to be able to hit me.
I will just
But
consolidate
you
like
go
this.
there, yeah. What?
Yes, fair enough. Yeah, no. In that case, yeah. I guess I can put them. How far are you from Death Justice? So I just need this guy over here. Yeah. Okay. That's fine.
Okay, sure. I assume that you haven't given me... Let's see, I can give you 1.2 over that way, so... Yeah, okay, I can still do it. Just consolidate
enough.
around to there. And everything into...
Ooh, Jonathan making a
Actually, I can just... Honestly, I can kill the players now, so I'm just...
bunch of
I don't even have to
misplays
do it
this
after all
turn.
that. We'll just put everything in this Death Jester. So
Okay.
Stern will get 5 hits, wounding on 2s.
Yeah, the holding the extra objective doesn't really do you any good,
Sure,
especially
4
if you could
damage,
just clear
no
him off
invulns, and then
afterwards.
8 attacks from Kaiganel.
Yep.
Re-rolling. And wounding on 4s. 4 invulns.
He dies.
Okay.
Okay. And then we'll do these guys, I guess. So, I guess we just go with green first. So, 20 attacks. Hitting on 3s. Moving on 4s.
Yep. I'm saving on 4s. She takes 4.
Yep. And the other guys will go. I'm not going to buy the piling in, so just another 20. 4s. Ooh.
Right, well, I'll hold on to that one. I have 2 command points left. That's not quite enough to Moment of Grace because I don't have Miracle Dice. Okay, what's the upside of keeping her alive? Not huge. She goes down, but I will spend 2 CP to resurrect her with 1 wound left.
Yep. But she's out of combat, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's all my swings. You can...
Yep.
Actually, I think that's everything. Yeah, that is everything.
Yeah, that is everything. So the Canoness stands back up.
Yep.
Over here.
Yep. And then just some morale, I think.
Yep, I get a miracle die first. Killing stuff, it's a 3. Then I guess I will auto pass on the second. Wait, hang on. There's 3 of them left. They lost 5 this turn, so they fell on a 5. I'll just roll it. That is a 5, so they do run. One of them goes, and the other 2. Okay, so there's just 1 left.
1 left. Yeah.
Well, that turn went south for Aeldari.
Alright.
Both of these players sort of delivering haymakers, but it looks like Ashley's going to have the majority remaining after these two armies trade blows. Aeldari didn't quite have enough to deal with these Zephyrim through the interrupt, and I'm not really sure what else they could have done. I think you just have to turn around the Dark Reapers to kill them. I don't think you can afford to leave that unit alive, and you certainly couldn't afford to walk into an interrupt there, because that gave up the 15-point primary. That being the case, you could have engaged these Retributors, potentially tried to push that Troop Master a little bit farther forward if those Zephyrim had been dead. So I think the Sororitas have embedded themselves deep enough in the Aeldari lines that I'm not sure that they're going to be able to get them out. And I think this actually becomes Ashley's game. Brutal. That turn 1 shooting from the Aeldari was insane, but the forward pressure from the Sororitas is just continuing to carry them onward. We'll see if Jonathon has any tricks up his sleeve as we move into the mid game here, but I have a sneaking suspicion he's going to be losing a lot of stuff this turn.
Walk up. The Retributors here will be advancing. They go 7 inches, counting the difficult terrain.
Mm-hmm.
Just going to keep them outside the difficult and like that.
Yep.
And I probably should have moved the Rhino first, because now it's blocked off again. That's fine, whatever. We'll just sit there. The last multi-melter sister here will advance. She goes 9, which is plenty far enough. And the Retributors over there will advance. They are going 8. The last Sacrosanct will hop in here and raise a banner.
Yep.
Dogmata walks up to here. What kind of charge is that? Way too big. So in that case, she will
Just hunker down.
Around. If she just stay on this. Yeah, she can stay here. Then the Battle Sisters in the middle will advance. They go 10. Hospitality will advance. She's going 7. Yeah, so there's no way that Val could charge those players.
No.
So she will just come over this away. And the Canoness will come back to be within 3 of the hospital.
Okay.
Then we've got Stern, who I think will stay. Oh, how far does a War Walker explode?
Good question. 3, I think. 3 inches, yeah.
Okay. She will make sure that she's not within 3.
Yep, that's good.
And yeah, she'll put the players as the closest unit. Then I have the other Zephyrin squad landing.
Well, no, they died.
Oh wait, no, they're dead. Right.
Yeah.
I saw them there and I thought, wow, I have another Zephyrin squad? Oh, no, I actually don't. Okay, yeah, they're just dead. Okay, sorry. Hospitaller will heal the Canoness for just 1 wound. And that will be it for the movement phase. So, on to shooting. We will put these Battle Sisters into the War Walker.
Okay.
So, 2 multi-melter shots first. Both hit, 3s to wound. Both wound.
Double 5s.
Would not be surprised. No, it's dead.
Yeah. Does he go boom? Nope.
Yep. Oh, sorry. Stonecaster Smite into the players. Right.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Which goes off for the 5, so that'll do 3 mortal wounds to them.
Ow.
Then she will shoot them. Kagan will throw a plasma grenade.
Okay.
So, plasma grenade gets 5 shots, hitting on 3s, and wounding on 3s. 1 wound.
He's okay.
Okay, and the bolt pistol misses. Next up, we've got the Val will just put everything into the Troopmaster.
Sure.
So, Bolter, 3 hits, 3 wounds.
Okay.
Right, and then missiles cracks, obviously.
Yeah.
2 wounds. Okay, that one will do 3 damage.
He's dead.
Right, then the Battle Sister squad down here will shoot everything into the Starweaver Objective 2.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, wait, no, hang on. They will shoot everything into this Starweaver.
Okay.
So, 4s to hit. Reroll for Argent Shroud. Nothing. And then Bolters, 8
Yep.
shots. 5s to wound, 2 wounds. Right. Then the Retributors will just split 2 and 2 into both Starweavers.
Yep.
So the one on Objective 2. 1 hit. I'll spend my no, I won't. Wounding on a 3. I'll spend the reroll there. Nope. Okay. And into the other one. 2 hits. Nothing. Okay.
Alright.
Rhino will rapid fire this Starweaver then.
Sure.
Argent Shroud reroll. 0 hits.
Okay.
The Reds over this side will shoot the Dark Reapers that are poking out.
Mm-hmm.
So 8 multi-melters. 1 reroll there. And 2s to wound.
Yep.
4 wounds.
Oh yeah, they're just -4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Actually,
then
I guess
the
I
Exile.
have. I guess I have
Yeah,
covered.
The Exile
so-
can take some saves.
Yeah. So, first one. Yeah, they're dead.
Yeah, he did. Okay. That is it for shooting then. Pick up a miracle die, which is a 5. Charge phase. Zephyrim will go into the Autarch and the Reapers.
Yep. I'm gonna Overwatch because I have to.
Oh right, you can. Yeah.
Yeah. So, the Exarch's the only person that can.
Yep.
So, how many
Going all in on this Tempest launcher.
7. 6s.
Let's get it. Ah!
We get 2.
Get it crafted. No. Too bad.
Okay.
Would have been good.
I'll give them a 5 for one of the dice, and then just roll the other one.
Yep.
What is this model up on?
They're going 10.
It's so weird.
Actually, I'm gonna bring them over this side. I'll make sure that only one of them is near the Autarch. And that she's closer to the Dark Reapers.
Okay.
So, just shove you over there. Yeah, so just set up so that I can do this and get him out of
Yep.
melee. Then Canoness will go back into the green players.
Okay.
She gets an 8. I guess she has to go around here to not charge the red ones. Stern will charge. Just gonna check. Yeah, I can definitely hit against both.
100%. Yeah.
So Stern, yeah, into both units
Yep.
with a 5. We'll split across that way.
Okay.
Then these Battle Sisters will go into the Starweaver on Objective 2
Mhm.
with a 10. Yeah, I'll just shuffle them a bit so that I can
Okay.
just legally pile in and tag that one, which should be pretty easy now.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and Brett's cannot declare a charge, so that will be all.
Okay.
hemming in
We'll start nice and easy. Battle
the
Sisters
majority of the
into
remaining
a boat.
Eldari forces, and I think Ashley has very successfully turned this game
Sorry,
right
6
around, I
attacks with
think.
wait, no, they're not. They're not Bloody Rose. Ignore that.
We're going to
So 3 hits.
probably see
and
the
5
majority
arrows.
of the remaining Eldar
Kill it.
killed in the next
Yeah.
turn or so.
Close.
Almost.
Alright. Stun into Warp Spiders, Kaiganel into players, so stun, 5 attacks, rerolling hits, and killing on 2s. Wow.
Ooh.
She's
Is
not
it
good today.
AP4?
Oh, sorry, it's AP3. Right.
Okay, so I have 6 up saves.
Always get mixed up with her and Celestine.
Nope, 2 dead.
Okay, and then 8 attacks from Kaiganel.
Yep.
2s to hit, 4s to wound. 5 wounds on the players.
They did.
Okay. And then I guess we'll just come back in and base. Canoness into players. She gets 6 attacks.
Mm-hmm.
7 hits, wounding on 2s. 5 wounds.
Interesting.
Right. And then Zephyrin will do the shuffle
Yep.
and put 21 attacks into the Reapers.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have enough comeback points. Okay, yep. So it's this many hits. These are AP4 because they're Bloody Rose, so yeah, that kills them all.
They're just super dead.
Oof.
Yep.
And
Big oof.
2.8. Pile in, still 2.8. Yeah, okay, I will just work it onto the objective. You can hit back.
Yep. Alright, so I guess we'll just see if this player can kill that Canoness.
Yep.
4 swings. Hits them all. Only 1 wound.
Saved.
Cool. We'll start with the Star Weaver with 2 wounds left.
Yep.
3 hits and 3 wounds.
Kill some Battle Sisters. Go for it.
Okay. Sure, I'll just pull it back out of combat.
And then the other Star Weaver,
Good job, Star Weavers.
1 hits. Wound.
Get wrecked.
Okay.
Amazing.
Warp Spiders, this guy will just go there because he can.
Non-zero chance that the Star Weavers
4
clear out
attacks.
the Battle Sisters there now, which would be funny.
Get the box. Crafters. And 5s, because you're -1.
Yep.
Just 1.
Saved.
Stop it. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
There goes it.
So I get a miracle die for that phase.
Yep. Just gonna see if the
Which is
player
a 4.
runs. He does not.
Okay.
This
So I
banner
get
gets
my
broken, right?
stronghold.
Oh yeah. All my banners.
Oh yeah, 2 to 1. Right. Yep, and the banner goes up on this point.
Yep.
So
Oof.
I've
Well,
got another set
we're down to-
So yeah, your turn.
8, 9, 10 Eldari models?
It's a matter of
Yeah,
how many points
okay.
I score.
Yikes, chat. That was brutal.
I'm pretty sure you use table you next turn.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Alright. So what can we do?
I don't think it's physically possible for you to engage in this quarter.
No, I can. I can fire and fade.
Alright, fade, yeah.
Or I can also warp spider.
Oh yeah, okay, it's very physically possible.
Let's see. I want to kill a character.
You're also because this is
Let's,
the qualification to the
Just the standard 6 up.
elimination stage. We'll take the top 2 from every pod. If Jonathon is also incentivized here to knock out as many of Ashley's points as possible, because it could come into play that they both end with the same score or the same record, excuse me, and are looking to outscore each other. So Jonathon should also be trying to knock out as many of Ashley's points as possible. Although obviously he wants to score for himself as well. So it looks like he's going to be trying to grab some Assassinate points. There are a lot of Assassinate points available to him. He should be able to get a couple at the very least. Ashley down to 1 CP, so no interrupts available. He could just be sending the Autark into the Dogmata. Players into Kaignal and Ephriel. And then maybe trying to charge into the Canoness to swing first. And he has a couple opportunities to get that strike first to... to knock out those characters if possible.
Yeah, I think we will do this. So we go 22 to there. Yeah. Okay. Pretty sure that's it. That boat may as well just stay in combat. Or no, I need to make sure I still get engaged, so just go to here. Yeah, that's fine. Killing those girls doesn't do anything. All right, so yeah, shooting 2 warp spiders into those 2. So it's going to be 8 shots.
Yep.
On 4s, crafters, and 3s, crafters. So these are AP4.
Oh, right, that's actually relevant.
Yeah. So actually, I technically should have done them one at a time, but yeah, you can take whatever order you want because that's a roll.
Yeah, I guess I'll take them first because that is the favorable thing to do. So I fail one of them.
Yep.
Feel no pain. Fails, so Kagno is dead.
Finally kill Kagno.
And then 3 AP1s. She takes one.
AP 0. AP 0.
Yep, takes 1.
Yep. All right. This Star Weaver may as well shoot at the Canoness here.
Yep.
6 shots. And 4s, 2, no AP.
Yep.
Oh!
And she takes 1.
All right. Player will throw a grenade at her.
Not like this.
1 shot. Hits. Wounds. Nah,
Okay, she's fine.
Autark doesn't have a gun. Yeah. So charges players into stern. 9, they're in. This guy will go into the Canoness. 10. He's in. We'll try the Autark into the Dogmata. He needs at least a 9.
Yep.
Ooh!
Oh, sorry, I forgot the Fire and Phaebus.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he's just coming here, basically. Yeah, so no CP to reroll, that's fine. So yeah. Yeah, so let's just fight then. So these guys first, I guess, because you don't fight first anymore, but
I can
start them. Yeah. 25. Are you still -1 to hit him?
Yes. It's only the fight first that they lose.
Gotcha. 6.
Okay,
Negative 2.
miracle. I'll just roll them. She takes 3.
Okay. Well, it was worth a shot. Then this guy.
All right, player.
5
Let's see this
attacks.
Canoness finally go down.
Please.
Ooh! Not like that.
Just 1.
Just the
Negative
1. On the 4 up.
Okay,
She makes it.
she's
Oh,
two.
brutal.
Yeah, we can just call it that.
Yeah. So I place enough banners to max it out. Max assassinate.
I think we're
max
going to talk it out here, yeah.
15.
Oh, wow! That turn 1 shooting from the Aeldari was so disgusting. It looked like they were in the driver's seat from the get-go, killing, I think, almost 20 sisters and Celestine. An immense amount of damage, but Ashley able to fight through it, pull it back. I think really the MVP is of the game, these Zephyrim squads. Killing Dark Reaper, or a Death Jester, excuse me, an entire 2 units of Dark Reapers, or 1 unit of Dark Reapers. Also the Harlequin unit over there.
I thought it was bad for me.
The board is.
If anybody has any questions for the players, go ahead and throw them in the chat there. I think we called an early end to this game, but we definitely called it the other way around, which was a little bit
I want
premature.
direct assault, or I can just hit a place really hard. This forced me to spread out more, but yeah. The
No, for
hole
sure.
1, hole 2, where 10 primaries is really easy is obviously better for me than you.
Yes. Because like the issue with this board is that you're in my deployment zone turn 2.
Yeah, definitely.
And if I don't get first turn, then like I don't have enough time to shoot you.
Yeah.
Whereas if it was like a lawn table edge, like battle lines or retrieval or something like that, then I have like it's almost impossible for your stuff to get into my Dark Reapers until like turn 4 or 5.
And it's much harder for me to deep strike onto you as well. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I think I made a couple mistakes, but like the mistakes that I made wouldn't have changed the outcome of the game.
If you dealt with the Zephyrim better, it would have had a large impact, but yeah, I think you still end up losing.
Yeah, well, we'll see. The way that I deal with the Zephyrim, like even those 3 players, they like we got 15 attacks. Like let's see what we do.
Yeah.
3s and 3s,
So.
and then you save on 5s.
Probably kills them.
Probably. Yeah. So it kills
the main thing is it was really greedy to shoot the Dark Reapers at the Sacrosants when you could have put some missiles into the Zephyrim.
So you're right, but in that situation I had to, because if I didn't shoot them, then they just walk up here and then Miracle Dice charge me here anyways.
Probably true. I didn't have a lot of big miracles. If you stood back here, I don't think I reach you, especially because it's difficult terrain in the way. But then you're abandoning the objective in the process and stuff. So
yeah. Like
and then you get shot by multi-mults anyway. So yeah,
exactly.
okay.
Yeah. So like I think I had to kind of go for the risky play there. I probably should have sent the Autarch into the middle as well.
And you definitely need to fight first there rather than with the Troop Master.
Yeah, I was debating between the two, but
the Troop Master dies, that's sad, but it doesn't just
if the Troop Master dies, then you still score 15, and then the game's still kind of over.
But I don't get to kill all your Dark Reapers immediately as well.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think it would actually have changed the final result, but
not really.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I needed to go first on this board, or this mission.
For sure, and just this matchup. I mean, your whole thing here is that you have a heap of indirect, and if you do that, you always need to go first. That's just how indirect works.
Not necessarily. Like, I mean, against Dan, like, I didn't go first, and I was able to win because it's the lawn table edge, right?
It's always going to be a first turn advantage if you're bringing lots of indirect.
Yeah, for sure.
Doesn't necessarily mean 100% need, but much bigger win percents if you do.
Yeah, I also think that I probably could have picked up a Sacrosant squad and a Battle Sister squad turn 1 if I went first. Just because I could have like redeployed the Wave Serpent over here, Dark Reapers up to here.
Oh right, Elf Trickery, I forgot. Yeah,
like Dark Reapers 9 inches up there, and then blast these girls and then fire and fade into the Wave Serpent behind the wall.
Yeah, that would have been rough.
Which was my plan if I got first turn.
One, that is damn sure.
Yeah. But it was not to be.
Yeah.
My turn 1 was still extremely good, and we still saw what happened.
Yes, it was horrifying, and I think this was a game. Yeah, your first shooting phase, and then Celestine dying, and then your second fight phase where everything suddenly went wrong in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
One word on Stern was just, what the hell?
Yeah, one successful that you saved.
She's hard to kill, but
Yeah.
she's not meant to be that hard to kill.
Yeah, with 25 attacks.
Yeah, that was insane.
Um,
But it was all because of the -1s.
yeah.
You had so many through times.
Yep. Yeah, that -1 to hit and wound is surprising. I mean, believe it or not, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
Pretty
she's so
good.
powerful.
For what, 125 points or something? 120
Just 120.
points only.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty strong. I mean, I took everything that kills your stuff, and it still just went horribly wrong.
Well, by taking everything that kills my stuff, you push it more into a coin flip matchup and then lost the coin flip. So.
I mean, Yes and no. I don't think that there's any situation in which I won't be a coin flip matchup. Like I think a coin flip is the best I can do.
That might be true, yeah. Not sure.
Because I'm not sure if it gets any better than that. Because I think that's like I mean, what else would I take as Harlequins plus crop worlds that can deal with this? I mean, I played pure Harlequins and we saw what happened on this exact same mission.
That's true.
And then
Yeah, I don't know if I have a good answer for you there.
Yeah, I don't think there is much that can deal with this. Just because I mean, the bodyguard rule is kind of ridiculous.
Really is. I don't know what the hell Games Workshop are thinking, but it is.
Well, I think that they weren't thinking is the thing.
Yes. Accurate.
I think that's the issue that we're running into here. But I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. Trevi, does the chat have any questions?
Yes, there are a few. Witness 367 asking, why didn't you play an Ebon Chalice list?
It was a horribly backfired attempt to tailor into what the rest of the group would be bringing. I thought that there would be a standard ag-back list with a bunch of Lucius stuff, which Handflame and Seraphim are really bad at killing 2-up saves. So I wanted to go Bloody Rose instead for the Zephyrim that can slice and dice Skitarii bricks. And then Dan brought a bunch of Repentia instead, which of course Handflamers are the best thing ever to kill. And then there's all these elves, which I want Handflamers for. So, yeah, that was a mistake. But I also think that this list can handle any of that. Can handle pretty much anything, so it's not a disaster. But yes, my normal list has Seraphim. I still think that they're excellent. This was just an attempt at a meta call that went wrong.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, still going okay for you so far, though, it seems like. Mayo asking, are sisters still OP?
Sisters were very good, but certainly beatable and had a bunch of bad matchups. Sisters are now bullshit OP. Like, I think that the AdMech are stronger than them, maybe by a little bit, but with good terrain, sisters can win that matchup, and everyone else just dies to them. The new codex is stupid.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, there were people rejoicing about sisters getting nerfed, but no, sisters got buffed so much, and it was not at all necessary.
Yeah, I mean, like, how many points is 8 Sacrosanct is 75 points?
A little more, 14 each. 112.
I think it's like 7 points. I think you're out by a factor of 10.
Yeah, I mean, the Sacrosancts are very strong, but the fact that they're slow makes them, at least, they have drawbacks and stuff. But then they also just, the bodyguard stuff is so stupid, especially because the special characters are the strongest part of the codex. Yeah. So it's not fair or reasonable. And I really hope that they do. My other problem is that if you aren't doing the bodyguard nonsense, the codex is significantly nerfed compared to before. So I kind of have to play this really dumb, uninteractive, overpowered style in order to make my faction work. I'm really, really hoping for some errata that fixes bodyguard and also ideally changes some things to make the rest of the codex function like it should.
Is it just the fact that it's bodyguard on such a large unit? Because, I mean, the bodyguards we've had in the past are units of 3 models, usually 2 or 3.
Well, bodyguard stringing out with Celestine and the Gemini is the dumbest thing ever and should not work, but it does.
Because you can get, like an inch on each base, so that's 2 inches, 4 inches,
about an 11-inch string out, where Celestine is sitting on an objective and the Sacrosancts are behind a wall all the way over here, making her unshootable. And she has a 6-inch heroic intervention, and she will kill basically anything she goes into with a few buffs.
Yeah.
So the stringing with Celestine, and the fact that Celestine herself and Baal are both ridiculously powerful characters to benefit from bodyguard, makes it real dumb. And charging them doesn't work. So shooting them with Talon Masters, shooting them doesn't work, but charging them will kill them. And Talon Masters were already broken with bodyguard. With Celestine and Baal, shooting them doesn't work, and charging them kills you. That is
Yeah, I mean,
We didn't see it happen in this game, but it usually does happen that way.
Yeah, Celestine didn't pop off like she usually does. Like, I mean, because if she actually died there, she would have just, or if she stood back up, you would have just got her back up here. She would have resurrected a Gemini, and then just waited a turn, and then just run in and kill my whole army.
Yeah, exactly.
So is it as much of a problem with Bodyguard in itself, or is it an issue with just the fact that it can protect characters that are so phenomenally powerful?
Well, I mean, the rule is bad, and bodyguarding characters from behind a wall has been a thing for all of 9th edition, and people have complained about it for all of 9th edition. But when it was just a Space Marine captain sitting on an objective who couldn't be shot, it was tolerable. Yeah. And now we've just got the characters that interact with it in ridiculously powerful ways, and it leads to... It shows how broken the rule has always been, I guess.
Yeah, and I also think that, like, it was the only other faction that's really abused it was Dark Angels because Deathwing Terminators are so hard to kill. But then now you have Sacrosancts, which are practically just as hard to kill.
You did kill a lot of them in this game.
Oh, I killed a lot of them. But I was content to kill them, right?
If I could have Deathwing Terminators giving my bodyguard, I would take that over Sacrosancts.
Oh, 100%. 100%. But the fact that you still have such a durable...
But they're still very hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the fact that they're a good unit, like a really good unit, even if you take away bodyguard, and then you also have bodyguard, it's absurd.
Yeah, that's fair. They do slap, for sure. And, have their defensive abilities, the heroic intervention and the +1 to hit, and are a relatively resilient profile by themselves. Yeah, it's just a bunch of good stuff.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Well, good game. We were a little worried, I think, after Celestine decided to just take the game off and not show up, basically.
Sure.
But clearly, we were worried for nothing. Our worry was misplaced. So, you two are all set. Ashley, congratulations on the win, and I'm looking forward to seeing both of you in your subsequent games.
All right.
See ya.
Cheers.
Yeah, bye.
All right, chat. That is it. Wow, what a quick game. We thought it would be quick, but we thought it would be quick the other direction. Really, I think the MVPs were the Zephyr in that game, for sure. As much as the Sacrosancts and the Retributors and all that stuff, and Ephriel and Kaigano were all very powerful, really... I mean, having this unit come in and kill every important Eldar model basically remaining on the table was sort of clutch. And we just didn't quite have enough attacks to get rid of them and the other unit that was sitting in the middle as well. Because one thing you have to keep, you have to remember that Ashley had placed them, threatening the charge into all the troops options hiding back here the next turn. So Jonathon had to choose what he was going to shoot at. He was hoping he could kill them in melee and turn around and wipe most of the Sacrosancts off to deal with them. Kill the Zephyrim over here to deal with them, and still have enough to be able to close out the game. And he ended up just not having enough to deal with this unit, and they were able to get him. I do think it's probably a little bit of a bad matchup for Aeldari just because of how powerful these sisters' melee profiles are at killing them, which is not the case for every faction, although they have a lot of power sword attacks, which is a pretty strong profile. But definitely, like we were talking about at the top of the game, a different look to Sororitas from the previous version. I haven't seen too many games with the new codex. I've spectated a couple of them or commentated a couple of them, but this one really showed the power of the codex and how as a threat saturation engine, it can be incredibly powerful. Just trying to throw as many ridiculous units into the center of the table and push directly up the up the middle. And if your opponent doesn't have enough stuff to deal with all of it in one go, you're probably going to die. So, very interesting to see the new faction, the updated faction at work, and I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot more. If Ashley can pull out the miracles like she did in this game, then in her other games, then she will easily qualify for the elimination stage of the Invitational, and she may be a favorite to win. So I'm excited to see that. So Sororitas didn't actually get nerfed like everyone claims they did. I think my hot take here is that I think we may be overestimating or I think Ashley may be overestimating their power. We'll have to see how the Codex turns out. This might be one that was a little bit of a sleeper. Everyone thought they were less powerful, and they ended up being more powerful, like Ashley says. But it's definitely not as point and clicky as the previous version. And we are seeing them in a map with a short rush distance. It's very difficult to defend on, which I think really plays to their strengths as well in a matchup where they can trade really well into the profiles that they're fighting. It would be interesting to see them into a more resilient matchup, maybe with more higher volume shooting that can deal with them. But we'll just have to wait and see. Let's go ahead and raid somebody. By the way, I will be live again noontime Eastern time tomorrow, so about 15 hours from now. That is going to be... Let me pull up my schedule here so I don't misspeak. That is going to be Orc Spit, who we saw earlier today, versus Ferris. So Death Guard versus Drukhari, a very meta matchup. Let's see who's on the Warhams today. Anybody playing some games? No. Grimforge is playing a game, but not yet, it looks like. All right, boring. I'm bored. We can go hang out with... Let's see. Battle for the Mortal Realms. Exciting stuff. People painting small titans. We can go hang out with Table Flip Studios, I guess, painting some Imperial Guard. We'll go do that. Artosis isn't live, chat. We can't raid Artosis. Otherwise, I would. Let's go hang out with Table Flip. Results are going to be up on tts40k.com/invitational. The results sheet isn't quite live yet because nothing was happening until now, but they will be live up later this evening. Raid myself. All right, chat. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Remember to keep it classy, folks. Let's go hang out with Table Flip.